Hello, everyone, and welcome back on this beautiful Monday to Efrain Rodriguez Jr. show. Please do not adjust your telephone or your TV. We are not in Santa Isabel, but this picture is from Germany. And Germany is one of the going in the front, in the race for clean energy. And, this whole clean energy around the world. They start doing so many different things to start going clean with the wind and solar panels and all that. And here in Puerto Rico, you know that we are going in that direction as well. But what I'm about to do, I'm not Nostradamus or anything whatsoever. I'm not going to predict the future here in Puerto Rico. But if you are watching this, maybe, I don't know, in 1-2 months, this is stay there for a long time. So maybe you don't get to hear about this maybe today or tomorrow, but maybe in the future. Remember, June 20th, I didn't predict it, but I show you something that it is very, very convenient to see this before it happens here in Puerto Rico. And I think one day, briefly, because I was not into news and nothing like reporting, but I know datos son los datos. Fonseca was talking about, what we were producing versus what we are needing it right now, and all this renewable energy. And I know this is everywhere. This is on the radio, on TV. Everybody's guisando, making money out of this. But there's other realities, and we need to figure that part out before we go down thinking that we are going up. I know certain places in the island, like on the mountain, like for example here, and if I move a little up north, not actually north from here, it will be to the top of the mountain, it will be the south part. So if I do that, maybe the cables and the electricity coming from the city, the power grid, won't be, that great. Maybe I'll need some solar panels way up there, deep in the woods. But even that, I need the sun to power all my batteries and everything else. Not bashing all this. But you guys know that sometimes we don't have wind. The wind is just don't blow. And when the wind doesn't blow, you're not producing anything. So let's hear, and this is from the news from WAPA.tv and Notice Center online. Germany takes emergency measures to guarantee electricity. This as a result of a reduction in Russian gas deliveries. Germany will take urgent measures to secure its energy supply in the face of recent cutbacks in Russia gas delivery, which will mean turning more to coal. That's another thing. They want to be away from the crude oil and the coal. But this is what it powers everything. That's why I had this 2 lights in here, the camera, the computer. Thank God about the fan, because it's almost 4 p.m. and it's so hot in here, and I don't have air conditioning. And my computer is kind of warming up onto me, not because she likes me, it's just because it's hot in here. And I decided to use the long sleeve because I don't know what to wear. I know, but I just want to air it. Anyways, so let's get back to the news. Come on, what are you talking about? Turning to more coal. The government said on Sunday to reduce gas consumption, less gas has to be used to produce electricity. Instead, coal-fired power plants should be used more, the economy ministry say in a statement. You cannot turn a power switch off and try to turn other one on like it's already ready to go. Like here in Puerto Rico, they wanted to do this in 2030. I mean, it's 2022. If I'm alive, I'm not even 50. I'll probably be there in another, I don't know, 8 years from now. And I probably in 8 years from now, I'm gonna be thinking about, remember what I told you in June 2022? This is happening. This is even in our news. I hope that someone in the future sees that we need to be careful about this. I know we're a small island. I know we can be experimented on it, but why wasting the money that we can be using in a different area, or save it to buy what it really works, or fix all the power grid that we have? Just saying. It is something so very simplistic. I'm trying to be batching the renewable energy. It has their pros, but like here in Puerto Rico, when I was studying Luma, and the percentage is like 3%. It's like yeah, I mean 97 versus 3%. We're not gonna be ready. Not even in that time that they're saying they're gonna be ready. Just being realistic. I'm not gonna sell you a lie when we already know that this takes time. Did you know what is going on in Texas with their power grid, or even California with the power grid with the solar panels? In California, I mentioned it here before. A bird cannot go over those landfills of solar panels because it will be roasted chicken or roasted bird by the time it just go into that hot wave of the area, because the sun is really helping with the energy. We don't even know, is that gonna cause something in the climate, because we're talking about global warming and we are putting more heat into that atmosphere. And I'm not scientist, but I'm just saying, even here in Puerto Rico, and what do we need to go that length? It's already happening in other places. Look how Germany is doing. So I don't know. The politicians needs to be more smart about it. Already, we had on the UN, and this is from the newspaper El Vocero, spokesperson, the resolution for the decolonization. My bags. Butchered that one big time. Of Puerto Rico is approved at the UN. What? You heard that the first time, you'll be like, nice, this is cool. If you're not into politics and you're not following all this, but listen to the news real quick and close. A total of 46 papers were presented. The UN Decolonization Committee unanimously approved a new resolution to organize that Puerto Rico has the right to self-determination and independence. After the traditional annual hearing, why the tradition? At the UN headquarters in New York, the committee heard and approved the resolution that came after the presentation of 46 people who came to the mostly advocate of Puerto Rico to be included in the list of UN colonies. This resolution is the 40th approved by the UN for similar purposes. I mean, like I say, if you hear the beginning, you'll be like, whoa, this is cool. When you go to the end, you'll be like, 40th time already, and they haven't done anything yet? So who we fooling? Puerto Ricans, politicians, who you fooling? The UN do nothing. Do nada. Beach it. Get it into your head. I don't know. I know I'm late for the game, but me seeing this, it's like, you guys are a joke. Complete joke. So from there, and these last two, you're gonna love it because this is our Puerto Rican Jennifer Lopez. And I saw the first time the picture, I say, oh, she's singing with a boy, you know, looks like a boy, at it, you know, tomboy or whatever, but it's not a boy. It's her daughter, our most sexiest Puerto Rican woman, actress, singer. I don't know. Just let's go and read the news from the newspaper Andy, New Day. Jennifer Lopez introduced Amy with neutral pronouns during a show in Los Angeles. You know where this direction of this. Puerto Ricans, you had to do it better. They performed various multiple themes at the Dodgers Foundation Blue Diamond Gala. Jennifer Lopez surprised attendees at the Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles last Thursday, June 16, not only by singing Amy on stage, but also by introducing her. So it's a she with neutral pronouns, using neutral pronouns. According to several news outlets, Amy Muniz, 14, the daughter of fellow singer Mark Anthony, joined her mother to perform a duet of Christina Perri's A Thousand Years at the Los Angeles Dodger Foundation Blue Diamond Gala. I asked her, this is Jennifer Lopez, to sing with me all the time, but she doesn't. So it's a she. So this is a very special occasion for her. The singer, an actress with Puerto Rican roots, told the audience later, joking that she was very expensive when her daughter accompanied her on stage. You know, this is woke. This is like every time you spend a dime on a person that it push this agenda, it's your fault. And believe me, I love her movies. The one with the anaconda, the thrillers that she does on the screen, she is good. Now, as a singer, she's not that great, but I mean, acting, she is great. The Selena movie, woo, put her on the top. But this wokeism that she's, this woke agenda, everybody in Hollywood's pushing this wokeness. This is her daughter. Look at the way she's dressing. She's so beautiful. And then this, sorry, but this is like so woke and pushes an agenda. I know it will never get viral because, you know, it's just a small channel, but one day in the future, somebody was gonna be like, whoa, this guy was talking like Nostradamus. Not Nostradamus, you know, I'm just saying, this is like, what are we doing with our society and our best and the brightest, actually, not the brightest one at this moment. It's like cuckoo inside a head. They just walk away from there. There's no reasoning for something like this. But I'm stopping here. It goes a little farther out, and you know what? I found this other news, and I was like, "Oh, look at this guy! He's in Uruguay, and who's this guy?" Let me just. The director of the Royal Spanish Academy. Oh, very important, right? Say his position on inclusive language. We were just talking about that with Jennifer Lopez. Thank God we got a person that is gonna help us out figuring this out, because we need some smart people to do stuff like this. Listen, and I know Spanish, it was It's not my first language, supposed to be my second language. My first language is English, but I'm talking on my second 80% English language. Like it's like the worst thing. But I wasn't dropped here. But I came here in Puerto Rico when I was 5.5 or so. I don't know Spanish. I stayed quiet for like maybe 2 years. Didn't say that much. Only I knew was English. By the time I started talking Spanish, my Spanish is weird. Like, so funny and hilarious when you hear my Spanish. That even when I talked to my dad when he was alive, he had to look to my mom and ask what he's talking about. And my mom had to do the translation part. And that's how bad my Spanish was. And Spanish. So I respect it and never got it well, you know. That's why I don't say 100% Spanish. I say around 93%. I don't know, 95. You be the judge when you hear me talking. Even one time I was with a woman and she said, "Teach me how to speak English. I'll fix your Spanish." That's how bad my Spanish was. And when I've got a little bit fixed, people were saying like, "Are you from Colombia?" No, I'm Puerto Rican. No, you don't talk like Puerto Rican. Anyhow, I know that's like not for this, but it is true when these things happens in a society. For me, it was kind of allowed. Now they make me feel better now. And this is a guy from the Royal Spanish Academy. Santiago Muñoz Machado pointed that our society decides how language evolve. Yeah, we just saw that with Jennifer López. This is they were trying to get a very sensible thought of him in this news, but I'm not even gonna spend more time talking about it. You know, he started in 2018, was selected, and he took the position, and now he's screwing all the language. He's probably a Democrat. I bet you. Probably a Democrat. Anyways, I don't know how this ended up being a political issue, but they touch anything and they just screw it up. maybe that this is gonna be the only thing that they're gonna be like, no, we didn't do that one. All right, guys. Thank you once again for being here in Efraín Rodriguez Jr. Show from Palma Sola, Villalba, Puerto Rico. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless. Thank you. Oh, Lord.